Talking out loud, calls the angels from the underground. Dreams today, yeah, demons So I've been talking and no one's been listening because my mic is off, and that's how things go. So welcome to the Minto Cup, or COUPE Minto 2021. This is a high school international tournament with schools from Canada and the United States. It was created by a school whose name in French I will not try to butcher. Have put this together and invited schools from all over. We are Willow Canyon in Surprise, Arizona, and we are playing the TNS Owls from Georgia, Atlanta, Georgia. This match, or this tournament, started a little bit earlier today. And, oh, look, my Twitter thing isn't up and running. How fascinating. Why is it inverted? Anyways, so we're super excited here to have this match going. Well, I'm just going to turn that off for now. We're super excited to have this match, have the games happening. And I'm Coach Alfred. I'm the head coach here at Willow Canyon. And let's see if this game gets going. We're going to start off with a traditional draft. And we're going to start with bands. There'll be 3 bands for each side before we pick 3, and then there'll be 2 bands. So let's see how... Ooh, they made a switch here at the last moment. Ruh-roh, Raggy. Let's see if Willow's scouting will take place and happen here. But just to be aware of what is happening is after the picks and bans, there'll be a 3-minute delay on the League of Legends side where we will talk about these picks and bans for both sides. And that is to prevent what we call stream sniping, where a streamer can sit there and watch the game, and because as a streamer I can see everything, I can relay to my team where they are, and that creates an unfair advantage. So there is a 3-minute lag from when the game is actually started to what we're seeing on our event. So let's see, it looks like TNS is doing some changes here. So I do know their Boba Fetty was their jungler and Naughty Nicknames was their top player, and it was a killer match when they played Doran's dad from Arkansas here about an hour ago, and that top lane jungle combo was amazing. Their bot lane and their mid lane, they were okay, and so we'll see what happens. Now the ranking right now is a little weird because it is the beginning of the 2021 season, and so a lot of players are still working on ranking. I know that some of our players are much higher than they say they are, and I'm going to make the same assumption here because they only have one who is ranked, and that was that. I don't know who Ferret Feeder is and what he played, but we'll go ahead and see what this is. I hope you guys all enjoy the stream. Okay, here we go. Whoa, I need to start paying attention to chat here. I need to figure out a way to put chat into the stream. So Blue Carolina seems to be better. Make sure you're not doing all caps because Nightbot keeps blocking you. Dante the Monkey, let's go. Let's see how this goes. So here we go. It'll be 3 bands. Willow Canyon's doing its first band, and I will talk about these during the spectators delay. If my volume is not good, please let me know, and I will help you out. looks like the first 3 bands are in, and League of Willow looks like they're making the first pick. Let's see what they choose. Interesting. Okay. Kind of went down to the last minute there. Thanks, guys. I will tell you, though, I watched the first game, this TNS Owls. They have a fantastic looking stream set up. I'm going to have to figure out what they're doing and copy it. So if you guys want, they have an amazing visual setup, and I believe they have 2 students announcing, which is a goal of mine here in Willow, to eventually get students announcing the games. Interesting. So the TNS Owls are picking one more, and then we'll get to another set of bands for the final 2 bands of this draft. I think I'm actually going to put my brace on. My wrist has been hurting a little bit. So if you guys hear some weird Velcro sounds, that's just me. Since we're kind of waiting, hey, SCH Badgers, I saw that you also joined COUPE. Do you enjoy that website? It's a training site for esports and video game skills. How's your experience there? I've been enjoying it. We'll have to do some head-to-head there. Yeah, one of my issues is I'm red-green colorblind, and everything on that site is orange and green. My wife, every time she walks by, laughs at me. Yeah, I've been typing stuff up and sending them to him. It's called COUPE.com. Here, let me put it in for you. They're in a beta right now, so you will need some invites, but it's kind of amazing, and you can check it out. It's, I think, will really help esports, especially at the lower levels. I think it'll be kind of repetitive for colleges, except for maybe the freshmen, but I think it'll really help out the high school scene quite a bit. Let me adjust this camera. So I'm actually really looking forward to this. Now these teams are slightly out of order. Normally in the picks and bans you have to pick top, jungle, mid, ADC support, but because the teams don't have everybody unlocked, like happens in a traditional play versus season, the teams have agreed to draft out of order, and they've given each other the order, so the players with the most champs can pick first, so they can make some shifts. So we're going to see some shifts here. Charge Lord, what's up? New Mexico. How come you guys aren't in this? I saw ECA was supposed to be in it, but you guys dropped out. What's going on? We really should use Pro Draft, but let's see how this goes. Oh man, that sucks. I was looking forward because you were in our region. I was really looking forward to playing you guys. Yeah, so in case you guys didn't know, I am a member of a group of high school coaches and some college coaches now from around the country in an organization called Coaches Rivals, where we play together and we have tournaments. And over there, I'm Wuhan 401. So here we go with our spectator delay. Let's talk about these picks and bans. Willow Canyon went ahead, and it looked like they were trying to power ban the top. And that makes a lot of sense based off of the previous game. So that Alawi in the last game, I believe, had 253 CS to the opponent's 80 in the top lane. Very aggressive Alawi. So it makes a lot of sense. Fiora is also very strong right now, as is Mord. And their jungler was very, very good. He played a volley bear in that last game. I'm not sure who their jungler is in this game. Maybe Darius? No, Naughty nicknames their top. So Boba Fett. So it looks like it's going to be a Vayne jungler. But we got rid of the Hecarim, and Jhin is always scary. For our picks, Lone Woofy and Frozen Cat 3030 are ADC support. Church Chill Mokai is our top. He's our newest player, so it'll be kind of interesting to see him go up against this veteran player at the top lane. 1TerraOne is playing Talia. I think Talia is kind of a sleeper pick for the 2021 season. You think it's going to be Poppy Jungle? Yeah, it's going to be Poppy Jungle. But Boba Fett is listed as their jungler, so we'll see what happens. And then Malthazar, Sky Venom Films, he is our newest player, but he's actually pretty high level, so we put him in the mid lane. He normally plays top, but we need a good mid laner, so we put him there. And he's been practicing a lot on his mages. Now over here, they banned the Diana, which is weird because none of us really play Diana. But the Galio and the Xerath from Sky Venom Films, his Galio is insane. I think he has an 83% win rate on there, on his Galio. The Pantheon is very strong with Lone Woofy, as is his Swain. So these are kind of power bands against certain players. I think they're missing out on kind of our top player there, who is Frozen Cat 3030. I think she's going to carry if she can. But we're looking at a Darius top and a Darius Mokai. So that is kind of aggression versus safety. We have a Poppy Jungle, which I've done once or twice, but I don't think she's as effective. So that'll be interesting against the Talia. A Cass Malthazar mid lane. That's a lot of mage, a lot of CC, and a lot of damage. I think the Malthazar is going to come out on top there. And a Vayne Morgana versus a not Caitlyn. So that's a lot of stuns, a lot of CCs. The Morgana is going to be able to protect with her Black Shield and Vayne's mobility. We'll see how that goes against Caitlyn's just overall range and damage. So excited to go, and here we go. So we got about 12 seconds, so enjoy the music, and here we go. Oops, wrong button. So looking at some of these masteries, unfortunately our logo blocks it, but this Coven Morgana is a M7 with 135k points, and Vayne is an M5 with 48,000 against a Caitlyn M5, M4. So it looks like a mismatch there in the bot lane, and a lot of mastery around. Let's get our stuff up. So the teams are loading in. Looks like someone did not feed the hamster, and the servers are a little slow. There we go. So Willow is going to start blue, and TNS Owls are going to start top. So let's see if either team does an early invade or if they go a little more conservative.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
I'm not going to learn anything just standing around.
So it looks like both teams went with conservative.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
I think, yeah, they do. They do look kind of beastly there. I think Willow is more of a late game, where TNS is kind of a mid game. So if Willow can survive the early mid, I think Willow will come out in the end.
Minions have spawned.
Uh-oh. looks like both the teams are talking a little bit of ooh trash. Let's go. So looks like everybody's up. Leah's going solo on this. Could have used the leash here from either the Malvazar or Mokai. But Willow's bot lane, I think, is going for some early CS and early gank here with Nautilus' hook. Ooh, good hook. Good hook by the Knot. But Caitlyn was rooted, so kind of a disadvantage there. And we can already see that the Poppy is really far ahead of the Talia. If that's going to tell. Both top laners hit two at the same time, but this Darius is kind of far ahead. And this was one thing we talked about in our scouting report, that Naughty Nickname is a very aggressive player who likes to get CS. And that's kind of Chill is tends to play passive when going up against an aggressive laner. Let's check out the bot lane here. So Malvazar is way up on this cast, which is gonna hurt.
A summoner has disconnected.
Okay, so it looks like we're gonna have a pause.
A summoner has disconnected.
Because of a disconnect. So just where things are as of right now, and I apologize if the stats aren't lining up properly. We have in the top lane a 13-3 CS difference. That just comes down to player skill level. In the bot lane, we have 12-11 for your ADCs, so that's pretty equal. And the jungle's even, but the mid lane is. Oh, that's good to know. Thank you, Badgers. And the supports are too early to tell. Yeah, Badger Esports, that is the director there. Apologize, I apparently can't work at Control Z. So, bot lane Willow seems, ooh, missed hook there. That would have been a great hook if they had hit it. And we just see that CS difference building. I think this Mokai will be okay. It just depends if Poppy comes in and goes for an early gank there. Malvazar is really far ahead, and Malvazar has no vision, does not see the Poppy. This is an easy gank opportunity. But Poppy decides not to go all in. Willow's jungle looks like they're doing clear. I really do like Talia as a jungler. I have to say, this is a jungler. Well, it looks like it's blocking you. Badgers, go ahead and send it in the Coach's Rivals Discord, and I'll grab it. And I'll probably work it between the next matches. So this mid lane, I don't know how much of this is behind this because of the pause or the Vayne popped her heal. They're ahead. Talia tried for a gank there. back. That was a bad game for Willow coming in. One of the issues I have with Talia is she doesn't have a good early drag, and that's just my personal preference as a jungler. I like getting an early drag at 5. Fighting under tower is keeping the Mokai safe, but he is really behind. He's about 3 times the amount of CS behind. I wonder if Mokai was the right choice here. Both teams seem to, outside of the bot lane, seem to be playing kind of aggressive. I mean, excuse me, kind of passive. The top laner is naturally aggressive, but Willow's not pushing back that hard, so it kind of leads to kind of a passive bot lane. Talia signaling maybe for a gank? But they have a lot of wards here. TNS has got a lot of wards here in the river. So, and you guys can hear, I have a couple players here. Can you do that? I didn't know if you can. Ooh, you can. Ooh, I learned something new today. There we go. Learned something new about spectate mode. Thanks, Charge Lord. That's a lot better than me trying to figure it out. Hey, that's what Coach's Rivals is all about, helping each other. So I've learned so much from them that I've managed to pass on to my team. So glad to see it here. Oh, I missed it. Here, let's head back down and rewind. Easy kill, and that's Caitlyn's strength there. That kind of ranged range there with Knott's armor. So drag is still up at the 8-minute mark, and we also have a Herald that just spawned. See, one of these big issues here is Mokai has a lot of minions that can shield, and it's playing that passive, and it's going to get him behind. Gold, we're about equal on the gold, 11k to 11.5k. So we'll see what happens. It looks like Poppy's clearing a pain. Willow has no lane cryo, so it looks like TNS might be making a drag. But now Willow's bot lane is there. I think they clear that wave and they come up and they have a pretty big team fight. Once again, no. Well, he's got some vision. He's trying to start gank. Clear vision. TNS has no vision here at all. Okay, Lone Woofy takes out the cats. That gives them a lot of cryo here. They can probably take drag. So it looks like it's going to be an Infernal Drake for Willow. I don't think there's anything TNS can do here to stop this. Caitlyn managed to escape like that here. Caitlyn dies, but I think it's worth it to pick up this drag. I don't think we're going for it. So that was an ADC kill for an Infernal Drake. So all in all, pretty good. And it looks like we're having an Ocean Drake next. So we will not see an Ocean Soul. So we're either looking at Mountain Soul or Wind Soul. Yeah, Mokai is going to be super useful, and one of the things that we worked with Chill on over the fall season was his team fights and being able to zone in and help out. And we've been practicing the last 2 weeks since we returned from Christmas break, and he's getting really good at it. But once again, he still has no vision. Poppy's setting herself up here for a really good gank. Totally out of position here. Wait, here comes Talia. Talia for the save. Talia might be lost. Talia actually drops this Darius down quite a bit, and Mokai manages to escape, avoiding a death and avoiding giving Darius that gold. And we see on our stats here, Malvazar is just dominating the cast. I don't think this was just because of the lag and the disconnect. And ADC, the bot lane is pretty even, but there's a huge discrepancy here at the top lane. But Mokai is... I agree. Did need to get a little more aggressive. I think they could have taken down the Darius. Okay, needs to take advantage here. I don't think he knows that Darius is gone, but take advantage of getting some CS. Never gonna bridge this gap, but another Talia game coming. Tried to go for get the kill on the Malvazar, but 1-1 just came in and absolutely dominated that. Let's see here in bot lane. Bot lane's just a poke at this lane. Either of these champs can really carry. I think they've been given the opportunity. Oh, good use of the stopwatch. Saved Morgana there from the Caitlyn ult. Talia is soloing Rift Herald, so Willow's doing a great job here on objectives. That is my pet peeve. That's something I learned at Coach's Rivals. I was telling them a story this morning how my first team, they made me take post-its, and I had 3 post-its on my screen for every practice and every match. It was vision, CS, and objective. It was vision, objectives, and communication. Because apparently I didn't talk enough in the team, and that's something I've been trying to beat into my players to get that going. So Willow is up a drag and a herald, also up about 1k gold, but it's still early. And we have Ocean Drake in about a minute. I think Poppy's trying to set that up here. Clear the vision, get their own vision with the Scuttle Crab. That's true. I don't stop on comms now, and you guys can blame Robbie Hernandez out of Houston for that. Robbie made so much fun of me for not talking. Now I just don't shut up. So it's Robbie's fault. I hope he's not watching. He'll start sending me nasty messages on Discord. Okay, bot lane is backing. We have a drag in 29 seconds. Way to show... Somebody told me this once. There was a way to show individual gold. Does anybody remember how to do that? I can't remember. It was a certain command control or just X. There we go. Okay, so looking at gold, bot lane definitely bought some, and building the Titan, or excuse me, Kraken Slayer, not Titan Slayer, is a good choice for the Caitlyn against Poppy and Darius. Even the Cask builds a lot of health. Stride Breaker is an interesting choice. I personally like Gore Drinker better on a Darius, but I think this is a good choice here. And I think Mokai is building probably Thornmail, though I would have gone for Sunfires a little early. Yeah, it is broken. I think the next patch is supposed to fix it, so let's see what happens here. Big CS difference mid lane. Now we're starting to see a big CS difference here bot lane. And then top lane is still up with the TNS Owls. So there is an Ocean Drake up. It looks like Willow is trying to set it up. But they have no mid lane prio because Malthazar went back. But Mokai is keeping this tower safe and keeping the Darius occupied, which is a good thing. So that bot tower went down. Good use of a Herald. Sorry, I was looking at the top. I should have been looking at bot lane for what the action is. Malthazar's coming down. It looks like a 4v2, 4v3 maybe. Willow pushing into their jungle, preventing Poppy from getting that point, giving it to Vayne goes down, Morgana goes down, ooh. And Cass saves the Poppy. This is going to give... I apologize, I'm casting here from school and it's school day. And here we go. Ocean Drake for Willow. Two dragons to none. Willow up 5 kills at this point in 2k gold. But one thing you have to watch out for is when you're up ahead early like this is you start to get cocky. And so it's one thing Willow's going to have to watch out for is not getting cocky. Yeah, that body black was... Yeah, Darius is not taking advantage. And if you had watched the first game where TNS Owls went against Doran's dad, he played a loud. He was hyper aggressive and really punished the opposing top laner. And I don't see him doing that here. And I'm wondering if it's because he's already played a game, so he's a little tired. The tournament is set up so that each game is scheduled for 75 minutes, so there's plenty of downtime for players to get up and stretch, but I wonder how much of that happened. Ooh, Talia's coming in for a Poppy, and the Poppy gets away. Malthazar just missed. But I think this is going to be another tower to Willow. Morgana might be able to play this. Man, I need to play Talia now. I just watching One Terra 1 the past 3 days play Talia jungle. That is one I definitely want to play. So Willow is now taking 2 towers, and it looks like the bot lane is coming up. Boba Fett should have stayed as his volley. I'm not gonna lie. And now Caitlyn's coming up to help the Mokai. Caitlyn and Not. So they did a lane rotation. As ahead as the Caitlyn is, I think that's going to matter. And the other thing that is really telling here is the vision scores. Willow has a much better vision overall than TNS. Okay, I'm kind of concerned here that Mokai still hasn't purchased his legendary yet. But neither is Poppy. Straight road. This Cass is just getting killed in the mid lane though. And Mokai will be able to be okay here if he can dodge the Morgana stun. We have a Rift Herald live at 19:30, but I don't think either team has the damage to take it down in 15 seconds. So there's only going to be one Herald for this game. Yeah, Willow does have great presence. They do need some more vision here in the bot lane, I think, but right now bot isn't that important. I don't know why they're trying to get Herald. There was just not enough time, unless that was to delay TNS from getting it. A lot of vision. So apparently what I was talking about all fall season has paid off, and they are listening to me, so I'm glad. They should have. But Darius is not pushing his way down lane. I don't know if it's a lack of communication, but it looks like we got a 4v1 on the top. And another tower down to Willow. Darius is just getting punished. Poppy does take the bullet for the Darius, but Cass might die here. But it's just, Willow is just punishing this team, and they're dictating the fights. Really down here, it should just be Vayne versus Mokai, and Morgana needs to be up with that team fight, I think. They are getting the block. That's true. But I think Willow's just so far ahead at this point. That was a bad ult. That was a bad ult. Oh, he hit her. He hit her. He got it. I didn't think he would do that. And a kill goes to Mokai, taking down the Vayne. Maybe I was wrong about just leaving the Vayne alone with the Mokai. But that gives him some much needed gold. 1,500 gold. Super useful. Willow's got a lot of gold. Willow needs to back here and build something up. We have a drag in 28 seconds. But they're dictating each battle here, taking another tower. I think if Willow wanted to, they could probably take the Baron. Sacrifice the Cloud Drake and pick up Baron and really finish. That's true. So I think they're backing here. Dropping some vision, keeping that vision. Talia and Mokai might be just moving in on this drag. But they know the Poppy is there. Yeah, I think Talia might be one of the sleeper picks for 2021. So they've all backed. Except for Mokai. Mokai I don't think backed. Oh, he did. Oh, he did get a Sunfire. Okay. So Willow's all got theirs, as does TNS. Landry's, I don't know if they're both at Landry, so they're both doing damage, but I think that Demonic Embrace is just going to help out them way too much. And so, once again, 1-1 is taking this drag. Others are keeping 60% of their team occupied. Almazar's a bit of a beast. We've been having Frozen Cat 3030 sister practice with us. And she's in her 20s, has been playing the league a long time. And she plays a lot of Malazar, and I think it's actually inspired Sky's own film character. I love Rel. I do support as my secondary position, and I love Rel, but I love tanky supports. Leona. I gotta get better with the set support. I love Rel. Rel is really good, especially if you have an aggressive ADC. And with an aggressive ADC to get up there and really take advantage of Rel's abilities, she's amazing. But it takes that aggression, so if you're just in solo queue, you never know what you're going to get. And so Rel is really kind of a duo or team pick, as opposed to, hey, I'm just going to play her in solo. I've been trying to do rank, and I'm telling you, I've been getting nothing but trash teams that want to do nothing but fight each other. Darius did come down and clear some of these towers here. He is the only tower kills, but it makes sense. He's at 206 versus 72. But Caitlyn has 40 CS difference. You got a 40 CS difference mid and bot lane. So I'm kind of surprised that Darius is not getting involved in team fights more. Ashra was really good. MF Burrell is really good. Jinx Rel is really good too. Jinx, if she builds speed into Rel, I've seen that combo work. So, I saw an Aphelios in a Rel one. Strangely, what I've, and this could just be my personal experience, is that Ezreal Rel doesn't never see it. It should work. Double, triple, is that triple? Triple. Wow, we're going not assassin build today with his 3-0-5. I will tell you that Frozen Cat 3030 and Lone Whoopie, they are our seniors on our team, and I'm going to miss them after this year. They provided a lot of leadership. They've been here from the beginning. And so we have an inhib. Darius, I think, is just kind of roaming, trying to split push, but it's not working. Willow is staying on point, on target. They might make for Herald here, or Baron. Yeah, I think that was a call for Baron. So I think they're gonna ward up. Clear. No, maybe not. Sometimes these guys, what the heck? They should have gone for Baron here. They could have cleared that really fast with Celia being ahead and Caitlyn being ahead. That's a lot of damage. Not, I think, is going to clear this wave. Maybe they're deciding to go for Cloud Soul. But Willow ahead. 6k gold, 7k gold. Up 14 kills, up 4 towers. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I think Darius, if he does the split push, it'll force Willow to react. And right now he's reacting to Willow. He's trying to do something, but it's not doing anything. Willow has no vision on Baron though, which concerns me. Something we'll talk about post game with each other. That's true too. I don't know. I don't understand the lack of aggression, because he was so aggressive in the first game. And that was something we talked about. What's his aggression? Yeah, he wasn't doing that in the first game though, and I don't know what happened. I think that's my confusion, because we talked a lot about him being their carry, because he did carry them in the first game. So I think TNS knows this is for Soul. They have to win that fight. If Willow gets Soul here, it's pretty much over. If I was Willow, I'd maybe let them have it and take Baron, because they're only down 1 drag. It's still 3-1, and with the Baron with no inhib, they can ARAM it and win. See, Darius and Poppy need to come in with the Bane. I don't know what the Bane is doing. Maybe it's like she's trying to play Civ 6 and come in and plunge it back. The Heart's Final 2. Yeah, and see, here's the Mokai with that control. Brings them Dragon's down, Cloud Soul goes to Willow. I don't understand the TNS. 2 kills. This might be that's an ace, so they can either go and just win, or they can go Baron. Sorry, I did look at my other players, so I think they can just win here. Oh, we froze up. What happened? What happened? What happened? I don't know what happened. Well, I do know, looking at my other players that this game is over, but unfortunately it seems like it's paused. I'm getting internet, but I don't know what's happening. So I don't have the final stats, but I do know Willow won this. So usually it stays up through the spectate, so I get the 3-minute delay. So I don't know what happened. So thank you guys for watching. It was awesome. We are playing League of Losers here. I want to say, let me look at the schedule. Let me look at my schedule here real fast. The next game is in 30 minutes, where we take on League of Losers from Canada. So we will see you guys in about 25 minutes. So catch you on the backside. I apologize. I don't know what happened to the stream. So thanks guys for watching. Mokai did a great job hanging in there. Great strategy. Definitely Caitlyn helped, Mokai helped, but I think the star of that game was the Talia. 1-1 really pulled that off. Great game, guys. And so we'll catch you in a bit.